Are tax deeds a good investment? In this video, we're going to explore exactly what a tax deed is and how you and your family can benefit financially or not from these. So pay attention to these. Listen, in this, I'm going to show you exactly what a tax lien certificate is, what to watch out for, what are the pitfalls, and how you can make a fortune doing this if you know what you're doing. If you stick around to the very end, I'll show you how to tie all of this together so that you and your family can seriously provide financial independence. But stick around to the very end. In the meantime, if this is valuable, well, it already is because you've gone this far, just hit thumbs up. But if you have any questions, this is super important to me. Okay, I literally answer all the questions on that. I know it's always funny when I see somebody at one of my conferences or what have you, and they go, I think it was you answering it, because I will look at it and go, wait a second, you're, Cyber Boy 572 or whatever the case is, because of the questions they're asking, like, you're really answering them. I'm going, yeah, I mean, I know this. I've been doing it 30 years, so please, open the dialogue. I'll be more than happy to help you out with that. So let's talk about tax deeds. Let's go back in the droves. What is a tax deed certificate? It's pretty simple. Okay, a tax deed is a property tax on a property that has gone delinquent for a minimum of 4 years. So let's stop right there for a minute. There is no such thing as going into a county and buying a tax deed for somebody that's been late for a couple of months. Ain't gonna happen. A couple of years, ain't gonna happen. None of those things are gonna happen. Okay, a tax deed is the end of the road, so to speak, for the property owner. Okay, so one of the things I've seen out there was an article in Forbes magazine. Somebody can look it up and comment in there. I can't remember. I want to say it was 2006 or something like that. In the first paragraph of the article, there was probably, I don't know, a half a dozen incorrect statements. And I think their bait switch click thing, whatever you call it, clickbait, which isn't the case back then, but the magazine article, people losing their property for a couple of years back, taxes. And it shows an elderly man with a certificate of some sort in his hand. And, he's obviously lost his property for a couple of years. It's not happening. It doesn't happen. So when you look through the whole process, not exactly what was happening. This dude had been late on his property taxes for well over 7 years. So a tax deed will not be sold on a property. Now let's differentiate. A property tax deed will not be sold on a property on anyone in the United States unless it's been delinquent 4 years. Now there are exceptions where you see, like in Georgia, that has 3 years and they'll sell the tax deed, but it has a 1-year redemption period, which is a total of 4 years. So I don't care how you slice the cake, it was round at one point. That's a pretty good analogy. You might want to write that down. Okay, I'm just saying that you can't get possession of a property due to delinquent property taxes unless it's been delinquent a minimum of 4 years. So what the county will do is this. They'll say, okay, it's been delinquent. We've sent out the notifications. It could have even gone to a tax lien sale, and there's a tax lien against the property. But now it's time to end this. And we're going to hold a tax deed sale where whoever is willing to bid the highest dollar amount will become the successful bidder. Let me give you an example. Let's say it's a $250,000 piece of property. And let's say the property owner's got $15,000 in delinquent property taxes on the property. Okay, how it got to those 4 years, irrelevant, doesn't matter. The county's like, look, we've sent out the notifications multiple times, certified letters, big flare guns, warnings. We've proven to the courts beyond a shadow of a doubt that we have tried every way possible to inform this person. We're going to the sale. When it goes to that sale and somebody says, I'll take it for 15, somebody else could say, yeah, I think I'll take it for 20. Somebody says, 25, 26, 27, 30, 35. Let's say it sells for $40,000. So the county gets the $40,000. The investor gets the tax deed on the property. Make no mistake about it. There is no ambiguity here. They will own the property free and clear for that $40,000. Now here's a little interesting side note, if you will. If the property was only $15,000 and we bid it up to $40,000, okay, isn't that $25,000 over the opening bid? Darn right it is. Okay, you might want to write this down. This is called excess funds. Excess funds. So what it's saying is, hey, there's some excess funds here. I think I want this money to go back to me, and I'm going to make it happen. Nope, it doesn't go back to you. It goes back to the former property owner. So the old property owner that got the property taken away can actually apply for that money, but they have to apply for it. Okay, excess funds, overages, and a bunch of different terms. Anybody that was owed money on that property would also have access to the $25,000. So they would pay them and then the property owner from that point forward. But technically, I bought it for $40,000. I own it free and clear for the $40,000. Now, here are some things that you must know before entering a tax deed sale. Title. Has everybody on the title that has a financial interest in this property been properly notified? So every jurisdiction is going to have a method, okay, on which to get notified. So in other words, they're going to say, we're going to notify everybody here in this method, whatever the rules are for that area. So they have to have it. Make no mistake about this. If somebody wasn't notified that was owed money on that property and it went to a sale, they would still be owed the money. So what you want to make sure is that everything that's on that property, the bank loans, second loans, mechanics liens, have been notified. If they have, you're good to go. If they haven't, you got to understand, you buy that at the sale, that lien will follow you with it. So you got to make sure you're doing that. Is this a property that I want? Okay, it's worth $250,000. Is it fixed up? Is it burnt down? Is it condemned? There can be a number of different things. Maybe it's just a non-improved lot in the middle of nowhere that's totally landlocked. Seen a lot of those. Okay, maybe it's 4 feet wide and 100 yards long. Okay, the only thing that's good for is a dog run, right? So you have to do the research on the property. What are the liens availability? What's the shape of the property on that thing? Okay, and here's number 3 is, how does the county want their money? This is crucial. So I don't want to just show up for a tax sale and go, well, I'm just going to give them their money at the very end of this sale. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because if that was the case, okay, then it would be easy. I just write them a check, right? No, there are some counties out there, like in Texas. In Texas, those boys down there, they don't mess around. When you say this and they say sold, you hand them the money. Like right then and there. They will not continue with the sale until you've paid for the property, either through cashier's checks or cash. Okay, either way, they'll say, are you going to bid on any more property? If you say no, they'll continue the sale. If you say yes, they'll wait till you're done before the next one comes up. Other counties will say, you know what? Wire the money in. Give us proof of wire. We're good with that. 4 o'clock the day, we'll even take checks. In very rare occasions, I've seen some counties take credit cards. I love those, because you use what kind of a credit card? 0% interest, and one that's going to give you points so you can take a vacation and get a hot property for nothing on pennies on the dollar, so to speak. So here are some things you need to look at before you go to the sale. First of all, when is the sale? How does the money need to be paid for the property? What's the condition of the property? Is it a redeemable deed state, or do you get immediate possession to the property? Okay, and most importantly, who has to be registered for the sale? So if you're buying these in your own individual name, well, obviously you register. But if it's going to be under an LLC or under your retirement, yes, you can buy these in your retirement account, make sure you have the proper notification or paperwork set up for that whole process. And more importantly, that you're authorized to bid for that entity, whatever it might be. Is this an online sale? Is it a live auction? Have I seen the property? Do I have photos of the property? This is just a few of the things you need to be really careful on. I'm going to tell you the biggest challenge you're going to have with buying tax deeds is getting the money there. Plain and simple, you know, if I'm going to a sale and I'm going to be spending $250,000, I don't want a backpack full of money. Not saying that that hasn't happened, but, you know, make sure you know exactly how the money needs to be paid in that jurisdiction. Not all of them are going to be like Texas, but, you know, Texas is a big market. They've got 256 counties in Texas, and they have a sale each and every single month. In fact, somewhere in the United States, There is a tax deed sale going on 700 times every single month. Period, end of story. There's so much you need to know about this. And this is the great news about you watching this video to the very end. I've got a brand new training specifically for you on this. This will walk you through everything you need to provide financial independence for you and your family with zero risk on top of that. Just follow the instructions. All you have to do is click on the link down below, and I've got a brand new course for you. This is my gift. It's free. Just click on the link. I'll spend a lot more time getting into the details and showing you how to level up for you and your family. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.